Be up, guys. Be up, guys. Welcome to the stream. Apologies for lateness again, as usual, but I am here. Obviously, done the England stream yesterday about Tuchel and all that. Reaction to that game, of course. Losing in the World Cup, as we all know, to Argentina 2-1. I'm actually going to be doing another one of those because I really want to go deeper into it. Especially now with these other quotes, remarks he's come out with about the England DNA and all that shit. It's not in our DNA and stuff like that. I really contest that, and I don't like what this guy is saying. Because the thing is, if we've got to give him another go now, if he's going to stay, he's got to get us to the Euros and try and win us that. But with what he's saying, it makes me want him to go even more. I'm not going to change my tune with that. I want the guy gone. He's there and he's taking the piss, basically. He's getting his money, he's slagging us off. You know, what do you know, you fucking German git? Fuck off. Anyway, I'm going to go into that. I'm going to do it's either going to be later today or earlier tomorrow, maybe. It depends. But I'm really on here to do another transfer news. Not the greatest of news at the moment because we're not on our way to signing anyone else at the moment. Be up to you, Steph. Hope you're well, my friend. My lovely. Hope you're good. You can have Rashford if you like. Big up, Steve. Yeah, big up to you. Rashford, well, don't know about that. I don't know. We probably couldn't afford him anyway, could we? I don't know. I'm not sure he's good enough anyway. Somebody I used picked for the World Cup for England, wasn't he? And well, played a little bit, but I don't think he was that great anyway. So, yeah, I think he's overrated a bit by some people, Marcus Rashford. I don't think he's that great. So, anyway, let's carry on and get into these bits of transfer news. And as I say, it's not great because we're not looking like we're going to get anyone else now. After that initial burst of getting 3 players, there seems to be not much else, although we've been linked with these other players. But maybe other teams will get in ahead of us by the looks of it. So, obviously we'll talk about Brooke, Norton, Cuffy. Brooke, Norton, Cuffy is obviously England under-21 international. But I'm going to go on talk about a few other players first that we was obviously linked with. And there's one that, well, it looks like we're definitely not going to get, and probably no one else will get him either. And that's Jarrod Bowen. Because he's staying with West Ham, of course. He's made it known he's staying with West Ham. I think a lot of teams in the Premier wanted him. I would have thought he should have gone to get back in the Premier. He's 29. Why is he waiting around? Why is he wasting his time with West Ham? You know, I mean, he's good in a way, and you know, he's faithful. At least there's a player that not many are nowadays. Is faithful and want to stay with the team, especially when they go down to the Championship. So it is surprising. But, yeah, so we're definitely not going to get him. And no other team's going to get him by the looks of it. So Jarrod Bowen commits to West Ham despite Premier League interest. The English winger attracted interest from several clubs for a potential transfer following his club's relegation. Following West Ham United's relegation to the Championship, 29-year-old English winger Jarrod Bowen attracted interest from several Premier League clubs, with Brentford, Everton and Aston Villa among those interested in the player. However, the England international, 22 caps, has declared he will be staying with West Ham for the upcoming season, stating his determination to help the club return to the Premier League. After talks with co-owner Daniel Kaczynski, I think his name, regarding the club's future ambitions. Bowen's contract runs until 2030. Recent reports on July 2026 stated West Ham want more than €59 million, so it'd be a lot of money if we did try and get him. So I thought it would be, to be honest, for the player, and dismissed an initial inquiry from Everton valued at approximately €24 million. Yeah, the guy, he's now in the Championship, but he's still a very, very good player. And they want a lot of money for him. You know, he's a proper player, and yeah, it would be a lot of money. So I don't know, really. And he's staying there by the looks of it, West Ham. So nothing's going to happen there. Unfortunately, it'd be amazing for us. He really would, but it's not going to happen. So anyway, let's move on. And I'll talk about Norton Cuffy in a little while. Well, yeah, actually, I'll talk about him now. We'll do this one now. Fulham leading Everton, Brentford in race to sign £17 million rated Serie A star. So basically, yes, our West London neighbours and rivals look like they're going to try and get, obviously leading the race to get him. So I can't see us, well, unless we can somehow get him with a bid. I hope we can. But I rate this guy. I've seen him play for the under-21s. He looks very quick, straightforward. He goes attacking. Yeah, he's very, very attacking. What I see, and tries to go past and cross it and so forth. So I think he'd be ideal. But it looks like Fulham will probably get him. Brooke, Norton, Cuffy's representatives are working hard to secure a return to the Premier League with Fulham. With Fulham, Everton and Brentford among the clubs actively monitoring the young right back, Team Talk understands. The 22-year-old, currently playing for Serie A side Bologna, has been placed on multiple shortlists this summer. Danny Mills, no, I'm not going to do that. That's nothing to do with it. I don't know why that's there anyway. But anyway, Norton Cuffy's agents have been in regular contact with several Premier League sides looking to strengthen their defensive options ahead of the new campaign. And there is a hope he will land a move this summer. He came through the Arsenal Academy before earning valuable first-team minutes on loan at Coventry City. Norton Cuffy's move to Italy has given him the chance to develop in a different tactical environment, where he has shown good pace, crossing ability, and an appetite to get forward on the right flank. Bologna are not closed off to his sale, even if the right fee arrives. My colleague Graham Bailey reported earlier this week that around £17 million could be enough to sign the England under-21 international, which is not a load of money. We could do that easily, you know. Those close to the situation say the player is viewed as a long-term prospect with the potential to become a regular in the top flight. Fulham understood to have admired his profile for some time and are the most serious admirers, while Everton also considered him in January, and Brentford have also included him among their potential targets for fullback or wing-back reinforcement. Fulham leading race for exciting Serie A fullback. Fulham are looking to bring in a younger right back to compete with 30-year-old 30-year-old duo Kenny Tete and Timothy Castagna. And Norton Cuffy fits the profile they're looking for nicely. Meanwhile, as we have consistently reported, Everton have made the addition of a new right back a top priority this summer. The Toffees' interest from January remains, and the fact that Norton Cuffy is actively looking to move back to England has put him on their radar. However, Everton do have multiple right backs under consideration, with Man City star Rico Lewis emerging as a serious option, as my colleague Harry Watkinson reported on Wednesday. Brentford are open to bringing in more competition for Michael Chiodi, who enjoyed a fantastic 25-26 and has interest from a number of top sides. They have since gone on to sign a lucrative new deal at the GTEC Stadium. Bologna are believed to be open to offers to Norton Cuffy. Discussions are at an early stage, but the fact that his camp is pushing for a move back to England suggests a deal could materialise before the window closes. At just 22, Norton Cuffy still has plenty of room to grow. A Premier League return would allow him to compete at the highest level in his home country while continuing his development under experienced coaches. Whether any of the interested clubs can convince Bologna to part with him remains to be seen, but interest is clearly growing. No official bids have arrived yet, but they are expected. Yeah, so where does that leave Brentford? Where do we stand? Well, if Fulham seems to be in charge at the moment, we've got to somehow do a bigger bid than them when we actually do bid. It seems like Fulham are leading the race here. So we got to somehow get one over on our West London neighbours and rivals, basically. Yeah, somehow we got to do that. So can we or not? I don't know. We got to put a bid in first, really. Let's be honest. So when will we do that, and when will we do that? Who knows? So anyway, that's a potential signing. A rumour, if that. But I mean, if Fulham are obviously looking more likely to get him, then I can't see us standing any chance. Let's go on to another one we're looking at. Well, no, actually, there is another article here regarding him. Norton Cuffy. And actually, it's saying here that Everton have submitted a bid for Genoa defender Brooke Norton Cuffy. So, actually now, maybe Everton are looking more likely. So, they've submitted an offer. Everton have taken a significant step in their pursuit of Genoa defender Brooke Norton Cuffy. by submitting an opening offer worth €15 million. Although the Serie A club are holding firm on their valuation. David Moyes has made strengthening the right side of his defence a priority this summer. And Football Place understands the former Arsenal Academy graduate remains one of Everton's leading targets after months of interest. Yes, Everton have made the first move. Everton have tabled an initial bid of €15 million for Norton Cuffy. The proposal falls short of Genoa's asking price, with the Italian club believed to be demanding €20 million before considering the sale. Negotiations are expected to continue, however, with the gap between the two clubs relatively small and optimism growing that an agreement can eventually be can be reached. Competition could force Everton's hand. Genoa are reportedly expecting further interest in the 22-year-old, with at least two other clubs monitoring his situation. Fulham had previously been linked with the defender, while additional offers could arrive as the transfer window progresses. For Everton, that means delaying negotiations could prove costly if rival clubs decide to enter the race. The Toffees have admired Norton Cuffy since January, and have now backed up that interest with a formal proposal, signalling their determination to secure the versatile full-back. So, yes, so Everton are now actually in the driving seat. We haven't made a bid. Fulham haven't made a bid. So, we may now have to make a bid if we're serious about getting this guy. That's what it looks like. And they want, obviously, €20 million. The thing is, even if Fulham and us bid, he's got to obviously pick what's right for him. So we got to sell Brentford to him a bit more, I think. I mean, look, Fulham, I don't know, they could be going for Europe, I guess, as well as us. I don't think they'll win much else, though. And Everton possibly could get Europe as well. But I don't know. I'd love him to come to the Bees, but we got to put a bid in yet, and we ain't showed signs of doing it yet. So if we do, and if we can get him in, that'd be a hell of a signing. I rate this young man, so that'd be an amazing signing, I think, if we can get him. But it's going to be a bidding war, I think, by the looks of it. Everton seemed determined to try and get him. Fulham could enter the race. We could enter the race. So we'll see. We'll see with that one. But let's get to the last one. I'm not going to be on here too much longer, guys, anyway. But, speaking of another one that's been going on a little while, this sort of talk of this signing, is Usman Diabate. And Spurs are still in talks over Gençler Birliği defensive midfielder Usman Diabate. The 18-year-old only joined the Turkish side in December after a move to FC Midtjylland was put on hold, yet he has broken into the first team and impressed scouts. A Guinea international, the Premier League sides believe he can be prized away for around £3 million plus bonuses. Brentford appear to be in pole position to land the midfielder as things stand. Diabate was called up to the Guinea senior squad by head coach Paulo Duarte for a friendly against Northern Ireland in June in Spain. He caught the eye initially playing for Soar Academy in Guinea and the African Youth Cup in Conakry in 2025. So yeah, that still seems to be ongoing. Both us and Tottenham are in talks about him apparently. So we'll see where that leads, if that leads anywhere for us. But I don't know, it don't seem to be anything really promising at the moment. You know, like we're really going at it. We're really trying to get more players. I hope we do, though. You know, add to those 3 we've already signed. You know, let's keep this going, you know. I still like to see Zian Fleming. I'd like to see us bid for him. I think that could still happen. I really do. I hope so. Certainly defensive-wise as well, we need more defenders. Hope maybe that we get, you know, try and bid for Michael Parker. A few others, obviously, we need still. I still think we need more up front still as well. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. You know, let's see who else we're gonna be after, and hopefully can sign. That'd be great. Anyway, follow me on Insta, Mr. B for Life 182, and Discord, Steve the B. Also, subscribe to this channel, Mr. B Hiver Football Chat. Please keep smashing those likes and keep subbing, guys. It's much appreciated, especially if you're new. I'm actually up to 240 now. Fingers crossed it can stay that way, but I want more. Come on, guys, get me up to 250. That's 10 more subs. Please, please, please do that. Let's get me to 250, guys. That'd be amazing. But anyway, as I say, more content to come, more of these transfer ones, and obviously that another England one. Talking more about Tuchel, about what he's been saying lately and whatever. Why that's telling me he shouldn't be England manager. But anyway, I'm going to bounce, guys. Thanks for watching. Live on playback, obviously. Watch out for more of these streams and more content coming. Please have a fantastic day and enjoy your weekend, guys, and be up to your Irish Pit Terrier. Be up to you, buddy. Thanks for coming in, Danny. There. I'm just about to go, but if you don't want to add anything more, Danny, you know, comment before I leave. So I was just about to finish up, really. So if you've got any more comments, anything more, try and leave them before I go now. As I say, I don't know if any of these subs are going to happen. So subs, any more of these transfers, I mean, that's what I meant. I said subs, but anyway. Don't know if any of these are going to happen, these transfers, so it's a tricky one. We just got to wait and see. Hold a minute, guys, I'm just going to blow my nose. I've got a bit of hay fever. It's pretty bad at the moment, but yeah, not great. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to have to wait and see if we can make any more subs. More subs. Why am I saying subs, guys? Deals, transfers, signings, basically. I don't know what I'm saying subs for. Anyway, I was down the pub a bit earlier, so I guess I'm a little bit few sheets to the wind, to be honest. But yeah, that might be what it is, a little bit of booze. So, but yeah, anyway, if anyone has got anything more to add before I go, please leave it now. Tired as well, guys. Absolutely tired and knackered. Really. And this sunny weather, hot weather, doesn't help either. So really hot weather. So anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna bounce. There's nothing more to add. No more comments. So I think I will go. But thanks for watching, live or on playback. And as I say, please keep subbing, especially if you're new. I'm going to bounce. Cheers, guys. You all have a great day, rest of your evening, and a great weekend. Cheers, guys. Thanks, everyone.